at that. So the idea that one has a feeling of confidence that things will work out as well as can be expected, sense of coherence. It's an orientation that allows individuals to be more resilient to stressors in daily life, stay well and improve their health. A combination of people's ability to assess and understand the situation that they were in and to find meaning and to move in a health promoting direction and to believe they had the capacity to do so. So I want to give you an example. Like when I think of this sense of coherence, like if you've had anything very tragic happen in your life, I lost my husband a few years ago and my life was shattered. It was a terminal cancer illness, but our lives were shattered. But you know what? I took my lead from him and the people around me for strength and kind of the sense of coherence that this was going to be manageable. And we had ups and downs, but I really I have to give credit to the people around me and the people that I reached out to and family and to my husband himself that we had a greater sense of coherence because of the strength and the faith that I had in the people around me. Does anyone want to share kind of anything that you've been through that maybe was difficult, but you feel like you did well because of the people in your lives? Yeah.
I have a similar experience with my husband, and looking back and having the confidence that things are going to be okay, it gave me strength for the next struggle
Yeah.
because there's always something else.
Right.
And you're right, the sense of community and the personal relationships are very,
It was everything because at any given moment, I felt like I could crumble. But like I think of my mom when she lost my dad, and I think of other people that have had to deal with it, and I see that life does go on. And I have to, the best teacher was my husband in that. So yeah.
yes.
So you gain strength from people in your lives. So how do we get there? Okay, now I'm going to use some terms that it was hard for me to kind of wrap my head around. So social resistance to stressors and coping depend heavily on generalized resistant resources, GRRs. Okay. I don't like that sentence. Sharon, you probably love it. I don't like that sentence at all. But let's just talk about it in terms. Oh, I bet you did. This is Sharon's slide, so I'm giving Sharon credit. But I'm talking about resources like social support, having social economic status, having education. All of this helps individuals and community navigate stressors and build a stronger sense of coherence. So,
It's not just to make the sound.
what do you mean? Oh, sometimes that sound helps, but how helpful is it?
Yeah.
Yes. To successfully resist stressors, marginalized or societal pressures, an individual must utilize these GRRs, generalized resistant resources. These are defined as social, cultural, material characteristics that provide us sets of meaningful, coherent life experiences. What? Sorry, again, I'm really giving you a bad rap, aren't I? These are great Sharon's sentences. It was part of her slides, and I have a hard time. Yes.
Instead of repeating the whole thing, generalized resources, just go grrr.
I think that would probably heal me as well. Thanks, Glenn. So, okay, think about it in these terms, and I kind of like this. So again, I don't like this term, the impact of general resistant deficits. GERD.
That's
Accor-
dumb.
According to researchers at the NIH, okay, so this is evidence-based. When you have a lot of deficits in resources to be able to cope with adversity, your coping mechanisms are going to fail, or more likely to fail. And this imbalance, like if you can't cope, you don't have those resources to cope, you're going to have pathogenic outcomes. What is that?
Sick.
Thank you. You're going to freaking get sick. Physical illness, burnout, chronic diseases. So there's this whole symbiotic, there's this whole, like, we got to have those resources to be well, or we will become sick. There could be psychological distress, which increased anxiety, depression, and a sense of hopelessness. And I think at times we've all probably have felt that, right? But, and let me just back up a little bit. I feel like I'm singing to the choir a little bit. The fact that all of you guys are a part of us, that I feel like you guys are the ones who really tap into your resources, your external resources. Linda Good on Tuesday talked about your internal resources, like affirmations and identity and characteristics that keep you really strong. I'm talking about external resources. And you're here, and we're a resource. A weakened sense of coherence, a diminished ability to perceive life as structured, manageable, and meaningful. So if we're off balance with our, we're dealing with adversity, we're not using our resources, this continuum of kind of a downward spiral can happen. So categories of resistance resources or resistant to stressors. I had to keep saying resistant to stressors. So here's some categories. So we're talking about social support and integration, community ties, family cohesion, and collective networks, material resources like income, housing, access to healthcare, knowledge and cultural stability. So we're talking like education, literacy, shared cultural frameworks that provide guidance in encountering stressors. And then this is what Linda Good talked about, those interpersonal factors like self-esteem, ego, identity, critical consciousness, all that stuff that Linda talked about. Who was here on Tuesday that heard Linda Good's talk? So just a few of you. Okay. So continued resources. So material items such as some of these are repetitive. Housing, living conditions, money, car, clothing, nutrition. You got to think about this. If we don't have some of these things, these are going to be stressors. If our housing's not secure, if money is not, we're all kind of on fixed incomes at this point. Is our car working? Is our nutrition optimal for good health? Social support, relationship stability, cultural identity, life skills, self-efficacy, information, classes, reading materials, religion, philosophy, rituals, repeating familiar activities. Do you see how these are resources? You may think of them as, when I was kind of putting this together, I'm thinking these are just things in our lives. But when you categorize them as actual resources, we're very enriched. We have a lot of things right at our fingertips. And I think looking at them and seeing them for what they are, it's really important because sometimes we don't use them to the fullest ability. So strengthening social resistance to stressors. So when navigating society oppression or hardship, adversity, bad shit, right? These resources act as a buffer. Community networks often foster these resources, transforming a difficult environment into one that is manageable and comprehensible. Okay, so does that make sense? It does to me. And I have to say, and I've told Linda this from day one, and actually Linda's been very instrumental in when I look to someone who's dealt with adversity, like when she retired from UCD, she directly went into her rowing um, community. She does it a couple days a week. She rows like a fiend. She's got people in here rowing with her. And she says, you know what, that saved her. And I, in turn, tell her, when I retired, this place saved me. You know, to be able to come here and have this sense of community. And then also 2 kitties at home. They saved me too. But it's about equal. Maybe this a little bit more.
I'm honored we rate with the cat.
What?
I'm honored we rate with the cat.
If anyone wants to see pictures of the cats, come see me after the class. I also have 2 sons, and they weren't too shabby either. So building a strong sense of coherence allows individuals to better identify and mobilize these specific resistant to stressor resources when facing adversity. Sing into the choir. So, for the most part, this is exactly what our wellness center provides for you, right? You're welcome. Because we do. This is exactly what we do. We've got everything here for you. We got the social engagement. We've got, well, I'm gonna list them all out. But do you see this as a resource?
Yes.
Again, sing it to the choir, but if you think of people in your life that need a place to come to, please spread the word, because that's what we're here for. So the cardiovascular wellness program, we are a family. First of all, the staff has been, even Diane is here. We've all been together. I keep saying 30 years, but reality is it's 40 years, isn't it?
35.
Okay, 35.
36.
It feels like 40. Just like family.
Same basic program, is that one?
We were all cardiac rehab at UC Davis. In some way or another. Like Sharon and I were nurses. Diane was a dietitian. She came with Dr. Capagota, who was our medical director there. And he was the one, this is his program. This is his legacy. Linda was our exercise physiologist, who's now our director. Mary was our pacer tech. We all worked together. We worked together. We played together socially. We all kind of went our separate ways at some point about 15 years into it, but we all stayed together socially. Not under duress, because we actually wanted to. Okay, our wellness program. We have all kinds of resources for you here, but all you need to do is ask, because we will let you know, but we're not going to seek you out unless you let us know that you're having an issue. And so letting us know, we can help you. So if you're quiet in the corner, we may say, hey, is everything okay? Please let us know if there's something we can do to help you. You are socially engaged, like it or not, with staff, with us, with the students that come through here, with other participants as well. There's been lots of friendships formed. Judy, FOJ, Friends of Judy. She's brought, I don't know how many people into this program. We've got a lot of people that bring their friends into the program. How did you guys get in here? Were you because of Tom? You know, it's like, I want to,
That was years ago.
yeah, best kept secrets, right? Oh, yeah.
But then they came over there and.
Was that Campus Commons? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of the healthcare systems, of course, UCD knows about us, but now a lot of the other health systems know as well, because Kaiser people are coming, Sutter, and Dignity are coming as well. But also Renaissance. What are other resources? People are coming from off the street. not many, but a few. We provide education, and that's one of the resistant resources as well. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we're talking about something. Education's widely available to you here. And we come together over food. We come together over healthy food. You know, it's all plant-based, but still it's such a it's a engaging environment, in which tomorrow is our potluck. And I hope everybody comes. It's plant-based. If you don't want to bring a dish, don't worry about it. If you do bring a dish, make sure it's plant-based. But it's a way to kind of sit and just break bread with our participants, other participants, and with staff, and with some students as well. But you have to show up. We're a great resource, but it doesn't do any good if you're not here.
You can't do it on.
You can do it online. And you know what? You get benefit. You absolutely get benefit because there is a connectedness, even on Zoom. Not quite the same as being here in class or being here in the program. But if you're not able to come here, and as opposed to not doing anything, but to be connected by Zoom is probably a lifeline. I think that's one of the really amazing things that we offer in this program. So what do you do to feel connection outside the gym? I'm going to throw this back at you guys.
Gamble.
Gamble. We got a gambler in the room, guys.
But he's good at it.
Oh, are you good?
Yeah.
That was good, Glenn.
Yeah. Socializing casino.
So tell me some of your other ways to have connection. Just go ahead.
I got a physical therapy.
Physical therapy. I love those people. They're lifesavers. They're so good. And they're really fun people. The ones that I've seen.
Let's go back to David. Do you go to a casino or do you?
Yeah, casino. I go to a casino. Sometimes I gamble, sometimes I just socialize.
So they know you,
Oh,
right?
they know.
They know you, yeah. You're saying that, a whole little network
When I
there.
come in, it's high day.
Oh, where everybody knows your name.
It was great.
Yeah, which casino?
All of them. Thunder Valley's the closest. I go to Sky River. If you guys are close to Sky River, after this class, I'll go over there.
I don't even know where that is.
It's right hard. Yes, it is.
For those on Zoom, Dave who gambles has like
It's a social thing.
a band on his wrist because he's got one arm banded carpal tunnel. What's that? Anywhere else? Where other places do you get connectedness? Yeah.
I've been involved with the Sacktown Veg Society for several decades.
The Sacktown Veg Society, which
And
you've
so
been
they
wanting
have-
Linda to come and talk to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we used to have monthly potlucks. We've lost our location and some kind of other deal, but it's just, potlucks of speakers.
I
And
love
so we've
that.
got, I met my best friend through that, and there's a whole bunch of different vegan groups online. And there's weekly dine outs at vegan restaurants.
Oh, I love that.
And
Th-
I'll be happy to bring information back.
You should bring information. Yeah. Oh, open it up. You should do a talk on it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what this group would love to hear. What's out there and available that we can meet up with other people and, not go to Taco Bell, but we can go and eat plant-based food with like-minded people that want to stay healthy.
And like one of them, Taro, who's over in Rosemont, which is 100% vegan. They will do oil-free if you ask them.
What's the name of the restaurant?
El Cantaro,
El Cantaro.
that's amazing.
Okay.
And then, also Oh, fresh. Huh, fresh.
Yes.
I say it in English. They have a great restaurant in Rancho and also one in Elk Grove. And they will do oil-free. They even have a vegan oil-free red menu. So
Awesome.
there's all these people that, so I just met a lot of people through that.
Yeah.
And then, making an effort to get to know my neighbors. And
Right, right.
going walking with my neighbors and.
That's everything. So you've got a lot of different communities because you're involved here and you've got a lot of other resources available to you.
But I mean, I've lived here so long that I just have met people from like different political groups.
Yeah,
Well, stayed in touch with four that are still here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Wes.
Um, well, as I told you before, I started coming because I live over in Kansas County. And somebody from the Columbus Center came over and talked to me. This lady over here. Yeah. And, and I don't know if that's what for it, but somewhere along like someone told me that this kind of stuff has to be, that you have to make it part of your life. And I was telling that there's a friend who I think he probably more than I do. And I want to get him involved, but he and I know he's got problems with it. But that's one of the things you gotta make time for it.
Yeah,
It's gotta make it a priority, it's gotta be a part of your life. Because that's your life from now on.
yeah, that's,
Think about it.
that is so true. And Wes and I talked, what? I'm sorry?
Repeat a little
Okay,
bit of it.
so Wes was saying that he has a friend who's dealing with a lot right now, and he would really benefit, but he's just not ready to make it a priority or to commit. And Wes just said that it's imperative. He's the one who needs it most, right? Because he'll have so many resources here to help him deal with the adversity that he's dealing with at home. Yeah. And sometimes you can't, what's the saying? You can't see through the forest because of the trees or something like that. Like when you're in the midst of it, sometimes you don't even know what you need. And he's lucky to have a friend like you, and maybe you'll be an inspiration to him.
I think one of the things that was helpful when we move in campus common to invite people in who have resources that can help the people who
Yeah.
don't need it.
Yeah.
And you gotta, it's not just the talk, they're trying to help out, you gotta take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that's, I like trying to make that happen to come here now.
Right. Right. I mean, this, it's not a diamond in the rough anymore. This is a gem because it's free. For what we offer, I mean, you pay for parking, but for what we offer, we should be charging everyone $300 a month, right? It's a little steep, but
See you.
yeah, I think we wouldn't have the same, but this just doesn't happen out in the community, right? This was a vision of our medical director, Dr. Capagota, who thought this should be a free resource for people in the community.
It's amazing to me that university supports it.
Yeah.
And they
It's
are very
because of
supportive.
people like Diane. Yeah. We know people in high places. Yeah. Who else? Like, I know Judy, you connected with a lot of people through
Or through church.
church.
And just yesterday I met with probably 25. We went to a very small high school and we meet once a month. And various classes get together and it's just very exhilarating and a lot of fun.
Great.
So
Who organized that? There must be one person that's the email list of all the 25 people. And that's not an easy feat to keep track of, right?
Well, we have two very dedicated brothers that have taken upon the task of calling everyone personally a week before. And that's a very big favor to all of us.
Right,
because
right.
it's time consuming. But we're all older and retired and have many brothers and sisters that, have gone there. And so you're either the big brother or the little brother or big sister or the little sister,
Right.
depending on where you were in the lineage of school.
And I can tell that when you go, it fills your soul.
Oh, I'm just,
And that's
Yeah.
going to make you go back for more and more. And because of that feeling and what you get out of it, that's going to help you cope with life and any adversity that's going to come your way. When you've got that balance, when you've got that resource, it makes you stronger. Anyone else? Oh, Benita, you had your hand up.
What things, those are things that come outside the gym, one time, because I have this skin issue going on my thread. But it's annoying, and it was starting to take over my life, and I would get so stressed and depressed about it because they like to come in, and it was interfering, and I didn't like it, and I had things to say, okay, calm down, because it's supposed to be normal. Because when I came, I didn't even say, see what I do about, see how I'm doing nothing. No, okay, so I'm gonna give her Tuesday. And then something would come up with, and I'd have to go back, oh, you know, this and that. And then it was like, when I get down again, because it was interfering with what was good for me. So then I have to talk to myself a lot, I changed my program at home, okay, you have to get ready the night before, it's taking you too long. And then you're late, and you set the time. So then I talked to David, and I said, I can't come on it. And he said, no problem. And when you came and we're setting up, it took some stress off me. And I thought, all you can do is talk to them. Maybe just tell them, things were changing at home. And it did. It lifted some stress off me. And then last night changed my schedule. This morning said, doesn't it feel late? Now you're not rushing down. You can go late. And you have permission from David to go late. It's not a big deal. And I don't know if I can, and even though he was gone, I still felt good.
Yeah.
Because he could still do something, is able to talk to staff, and it was just, yes, when I leave, I'd say every time.
And I can see me.
See how.
So, Benita, that's really interesting what Benita just said, and I'm going to just kind of recap because she used internal resources. You were talking to yourself, telling yourself, you're giving yourself affirmations, you're telling yourself what to do. She was dealing with some skin issues that was preventing her from coming into the gym, and it was stressing her out even more, which made her skin even worse. And she talked herself. She did a lot of that internal resources that Linda Good was talking about on Tuesday. And then she also reached out to staff here. She talked to Sharon and I earlier today, but she also talked to Dave because she wanted to do, is it one of the Tai Chi chair?
Yes.
And so Dave was like, I mean, like all you have to do is ask, and Dave will like move heaven and earth to make things work for our patients. And it's all working out for her. And every time she leaves here, she feels better. So I think you're a walking testament. I don't know what else to say. You're a walking testament.
Retreats, which is.
Ah.
I will tell everyone, if you don't think you like zucchini, you should have tasted her zucchini and then you got if you think you don't like oatmeal or you don't, I tasted the lemon oatmeal. I take a picture of the recipes and talk to her about it, and it was so simple and they're fabulous. And I thought after I do the bite, I'm going to eat 2 more.
So more accolades to Leanne for all the magic she does in our kitchen. Yeah, she can make zucchini taste good.
And all plant-based.
And all plant-based. Anyone else want to share what other places they get connection from?
Well, a very small thing maybe is just on daily walks in the neighborhood. All of a sudden, you discover neighbors just kind of come out in the front yard and want to talk for a minute.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to me. We lived in a very rural, isolated area for so long that I wasn't accustomed to this neighborhood feeling. It's lovely. I love it.
Yeah.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
really came to a head one time. when in the middle of the night, my husband needed an ambulance and was taken to the hospital, and two people late at night came out, into the yard as the ambulance was going off and said, "Here, I'll take you down. You can come with me. We'll follow the ambulance to the hospital." And I just out of the blue, one of them I didn't even know, you know. Um,
That's very neighborly. Yeah.
yeah, I thought so. I like it a lot, but
Yeah.
it's a nice connection.
It's a nice connection. Yep. There's some definitely benefits living way out in the country, but there's definitely benefits living
Yeah,
in a neighborhood where you get to know your neighbors and you can rely on neighbors. What?
What neighborhood is she?
What neighborhood do you live in, Suzanne?
Isak.
Esac. Yeah. I walk my neighborhood and I have for 30 years with a couple of my neighbors, and I know every dog by name. I know most of the people, but I certainly know the dogs because they're the most friendly.
Old dogs, so.
No, 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 no. But then we learn the new dogs. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, Liz. Oh,
How I could find a program gave me what I needed to keep my body in some, I was deteriorating and I didn't know what to do about it. And then Linda came over and talked about this group and I've been here ever since, and it's amazing what it does. The motivation factor is one of the big things for it. And but it's affected every area of my life.
yeah.
And I've increased in even ability to, I can go golfing once in a while.
Yes.
Things that it was beginning to, I was not able to do these things for that latter period of that a year and a half ago.
Yeah, so Ron was saying that he came to this program after Linda came to Campus Commons because he felt like his body was deteriorating and he didn't really know what was going to be next, where to turn to. And with Linda sharing about the program, but what I have seen, Ron, besides you increasing your stamina and what you're able to do, also socially, you've touched all of us. You've touched me very much. You're just such a very warm and welcoming soul that the twinkle in your blue eyes is what we all look for every day when you come in. So I think we benefit from you coming here as well. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, Brent.
Keep your eye on these toes as well.
Keep an eye on Ron's toes because he can have a twinkle in his toes as well. Okay. Duly noted. Very good. Anyone else want to share? I'm just going to wrap this up with a few other things.
Just one other thing.
Yeah.
It's important to keep our feelings to the point where we can let them out somewhere. I went through 20 years with my wife, gradually deteriorating to the point of total dementia. And I stayed there the whole time. But the day after she died, I had a second heart attack. So this was building and I wasn't allowing any of that to go anywhere. And a place like this gives you a chance to let your feelings out here too.
Yeah.
Because we're a supportive community, we love each other and we can do this. And I feel good coming here. Just
Yeah.
wonderful people we have.
It's the connectedness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what do the studies show about social engagement? Is it all just malarkey or what? Actually, less depression and anxiety. So let's look at that. Research confirms that active social engagement acts as a powerful buffer against psychological distress, leading to significantly lower rates of depression and anxiety. Cultivating relationships improves your overall sense of belonging, helps regulate stress responses, and boosts your mood. That's one thing. Well, what about lowering the risk of cardiovascular events? Yeah. Increasing social engagement is strongly linked to lower risk of cardiovascular events. So we're talking like a heart attack, stroke. Social isolation can raise heart disease and stroke risk by nearly 30%. So active community involvement naturally encourages heart healthy habits, reduces blood pressure, and lowers stress and inflammation. What about mortality and morbidity? Strong social engagement is one of the most powerful predictors of human longevity and lifelong health. So robust social ties reduces premature death risk by roughly 40 to 50%, yielding greater protective benefits than quitting smoking, losing weight, or increasing physical activity. What about less wrinkles?
Where's
Nothing.
the peony?
Well, yeah. Yes. I just was jokingly saying, can social engagement help with like less wrinkles or, because
Lines are better than frown lines.
oh, smile lines are better than frown lines. Right, right. So, what questions do you have for me? First of all, does this make sense? It's kind of like basic stuff, but when you put it in a more evidence-based way of thinking, it just supports it. It makes it more important. That's the way I look at this. I think it's stuff we already know, but now we know that it's all evidence-based and it's just going to make us feel better and live longer. What are your thoughts or what questions do you have for me? What? Amen. Amen, sister. Yeah. Yeah.
It's great to have a sense of humor too. I hear us laughing.
Oh,
Laughing is one of the best exercises in terms of your abdominals.
all of it. I remember when I first met Linda in cardiac rehab, this was in 1997, and we were doing, you do some triage as a nurse, it's still it's a hard job, but we also had a lot of parties. And she said, "Are you into like doing some social stuff?" And I'm like, "Yes. If we're not having fun, I'm not doing this." And you know what? That's been our motto ever since. If we're not having fun, then what the heck are we doing? And so I agree. And I think everybody here has a great sense of humor. Yeah. Yeah.
With the potlucks, we feed the heart and the soul.
Yeah.
With the potlucks, we feed the heart and the soul. Yeah. Yeah.
There used to be a group that met here and it was a laughter group.
Here,
Yeah, in one of these rooms right here. Where's,
Linda, I'll have to bring Linda. Sharon, do you know about that? That there used to be a laughter group that would meet here?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you probably let you.
Linda probably knows about it.
Well, Linda would do a talk on laughter is the best medicine. She hasn't done it in a while.
No, this was a group that met every week.
You know what? I could see our psychologist, Dr. Roberts doing something like that, but we'd have to ask. Yeah.
Be nice to see that again.
Yeah. Yeah. The cardiac rehab? Yeah.
The nursing home. To read this, and take the blood pressure. And I said, these are jokes. Yeah, that's right. And she said, brings your blood pressure. And seriously, she said, yeah, she's right. So my sister and I told her, because she with blood pressure. So I said, we need to go to these comedian shows. And I told her why. She goes, what? I said, yes, the laughter brings your blood pressure down. And you're on 2 medications. I just take it there. And so maybe not so much. It's weird whenever.
We should have a comedian come.
Have a comedian, forget that list of jokes from the.
Yeah.
I'll see if Linda will do that. Laughter is the best medicine. She used to do a great talk. It's been a while, but yeah, Mary.
Here's I went to one of the events that we had at the society. A woman did laughing yoga. It was hilarious. There.
That was bizarre.
Well, wait, what?
You're just doing these movements and then you just pull through it. It was hilarious. It's great.
You know, I've done a lecture where I can't remember what the lecture was for. It may have been stress, but I would just show YouTube videos of babies belly laughing. And I would just put it on and everybody is smiling. Then people are starting to laugh. It's just amazing when babies are laughing or you hear other people laughing, it just has a
Contagious.
yes, a contagious. I was going to say compounding effect. It's contagious for sure. Yeah. Or I think of the yoga where they have goat yoga, where those baby goats will jump on your back, or little baby puppies or baby kitties. I'm just, woo! I would love that. I would love that. Yeah. Okay, well, any other questions? Or if anyone wants to share anything, speak now or forever hold your peace. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And from Zoom.
We thank you.
Thanks.